Welcome to Home Sweet Home. Every week, the best home experts on the Sun Coast reveal their best tips and best tricks for inspiration and transformation. It's your beautiful home hotspot. This week, outdoor living at its finest.
Welcome to the Watchowski residence in the beautiful city of Northport, Florida.
Hi, we're the Watchowskis. I'm Mike, and this is my wife,
Debbie. You're funny.
And we live in the community of Grand Paradiso within West Villages. And we moved down here, about 2 years ago. We decided to build a home. And we have a lot of relatives in the area, but we've also lived on a part-time basis before we moved down here full-time. So we enjoy the area, and we just decided that we wanted to build a house and build our own pool. And this is the area we chose.
I've been coming down here since the 1960s, so I always fell in love with the area. I have a lot of family down here. Matter of fact, that's how Mike and I met. We came down here to visit our parents, and I sat next to him on an airplane on our flight back to Michigan. So that was 25 years ago, and now we're a full-time residents, both retired down here in Florida.
And we love it.
Yeah. Probably our favorite thing to do, besides our wonderful pool, is that we like to. We've met so many wonderful neighbors in our community, and we're all so much alike because we're all roughly the same age and we're all retired. We even take 2-week cruises together. We have another one planned next February. We like to go out to the beach and watch sunsets every Sunday at Venice Beach. And probably Mike's favorite thing is we do what's called pool hopping. We have 3 pools here, and everyone starts at one pool and goes to the next. And before you know it, we have 3 couples sitting in the hot tub in the evening. And this pool makes it perfect for that. Because, the whole outside is lit up, and it's just, and you put that fire pot on and you get the hot tub going, and it's just, that's probably our favorite thing to do, is to spend time with our neighbors and family. We have a lot of family.
We've been here a couple of years now, and probably about 6 months after being here, about 6 months, we decided that we wanted a pool, and we weren't sure whether we wanted to do a spa or just a pool. But luckily, we decided to do both. And I did a lot of research on just looking at pictures, a lot of designs. We wanted kind of a Roman-style pool to match the neighborhood, being that it's Grand Paradiso, everything's got kind of a Venetian look to it. So again, I looked at a lot of pictures and brought a lot of pictures to Ben, our salesperson, and he kind of tweaked it a little bit with things that I wasn't really familiar with, and some of the water features, and he just kind of came up with a whole package that we were really happy with.
Well, Ben, this pool has a little bit of everything. I know for design purpose and colors, and it took a little bit to put it all together with the homeowner Mike and his wife, but it has to be one of my top 5 favorite pools because it has everything, all of our different features. And I want to first start off with the design of this pool. It touches on the house, it touches on everything. So
yeah, so definitely with this pool, Mike had a really good idea of what he was looking for when we started talking about it, and he definitely wanted a classic Roman type shape to the pool, but wanted it different than every other pool that's out there.
I want to talk about the fire bowl. I know we always do too. I think it's the first time we've only did one, right?
Yeah.
So like you said, that just came to mind, like, wow, just one on there, and it looks like it's supposed to be there. So
it worked out really nice because by having the spa a little bit bigger, because that was another very important feature of this pool, was that they could have a really good sized spa to fit a lot of people in there, because that was going to be one of the main usable spaces. This kind of offset that. They're different sizes, but it doesn't feel that way when you come out here because of that raised up bowl on that area.
People love the lights, especially at night. The lights are beautiful. You turn on the water features, and that was one of my, when we started researching companies, and I knew from looking at pictures, I knew I wanted some type of water feature. And Ben recommended the scuppers right over there. And Debbie, Debbie wanted a water pot, and we ended up getting both of them, and they're just beautiful on together. Yes, fire pot. But yeah.
I said there was no way we were going to build a pool and I didn't get my fire pot.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
I want to tell you about my shower door. Frameless, pure, clean, heavy glass. No frame, no mess, no worries. They were awarded Shower Enclosure of the Year by Glass Magazine. I love my shower door. Want to see more?
Smart home technology has come a long way. You can monitor your home from anywhere and create schedules to adjust lighting, temperature, and so much more. Today, all of this can be controlled with one easy-to-use app. For more information, contact Tempest Pro Services, the area's leading technology experts.
What makes a kitchen great? According to the National Kitchen and Bath Association, a kitchen that is designed well, works great, looks great, meets your needs, and it's got to be a kitchen from Murotech Cabinetry. Functional artwork for the gallery you call home.
Buying or selling, home inspections are not only vital when buying, but selling a home too. They can save you money and speed up the sales process. For questions, call Dave Marvel, Certified Master Inspector and Educator at Peace of Mind Home Inspections, a veteran and family-owned company.
So originally, this spa was going to match the size of that raised area over there. And it was kind of a balance of the spa would have been too small for what they were looking for because they wanted to have at least 6, possibly 8 people in the spa. But it was also a balance to be able to get a usable sun shelf in next to it too. So this is what we landed on.
On this spa, it's a large spa, and our average spa comes with about 4 jets. And this spa, we had 7 in them. So when you have more jets, you're going to have more difficult issues because water is working against air, air is working against water. And that's what gives you that jet sound and the jet that goes against your back when you're sitting in there for therapeutic reasons. But this one, we had a couple issues. Like the homeowner said, I was out here for a couple hours. We stand behind our product no matter if we lose money. It's all about taking care of the customer. The number one thing that I've learned from my father in business is take care of the issue first, worry about the money later. And that's what I try to portray to everyone in our company. Take care of the customer first, worry about all the other stuff later. And with this, I was frustrated. I thought I could be able to get it working 15, 20 minutes, but I didn't stop until I got it. And that's how, again, I teach a lot of everyone at Superior is you don't stop when it gets hard. You keep going until it's done and it's done the right way. So, I appreciate the homeowners recognizing that. That means a lot. I try to make everyone happy. So, but just looking at this pool, being at this pool after the fact, it makes me happy just to be here and see all this. And that landscaping's real nice. That must be your buddy Rob at MRT.
Yeah.
And they do a wonderful job, MRT. They tie everything in with the atmosphere of the pool, and it looks like it goes, and it's really nice.
Regarding the design of the pool, originally when we went to Ben, I had done some sketches where we had the spa about the same size as that elevated area over there where we wanted the plants. But after speaking with Ben, we also wanted a larger spa. He said, you want your larger spa to be the focal point with the nice bright tile and just have that a little bit smaller, the elevated area over there. where you can put your plants, but really your eye comes toward the spa.
Because during the day, your focal point is the spa. But during the night, when you have the light, when you have that fire bowl on, then all of a sudden your focus is over towards that fire bowl. Because it's just so beautiful at nighttime.
Well, Ben was really beneficial. At first, we were just going to do a small spillway over the spa, and he said, why don't you expand it to be all the way around, virtually all the way around, because you already had the scuppers and the water bowl for your water features. You really don't need a small spillway, you know, so this is kind of a subtle thing, and the water just kind of trickles down.
Oh, you can hear it.
Yeah, and it's...
You hear the trickling.
And then something else that was really cool that turned out really nice is making this spillway much wider. So you didn't necessarily get the spill because we didn't need it with all the other water features, but you get that nice trickling water over the edge. It's just really, really serene.
Now what is that spillway? That it looks like something different, but it's pretty simple, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is something that's a little different than what we would normally do too. You know, normally you would carry the tile along that edge, but we did the travertine coping along that edge, so it gave it just a little bit of a bullnose and really tied everything together with that.
So this travertine coping is the same that's on this edge over here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just looks a little darker because it's wet. And when it's wet, it pulls the color out of it a little bit more. And you know, that's something else that's a little different. You know, a lot of times when we're picking colors for tile and things like that, everybody wants a blue water, blue tile, and it's kind of just blue everywhere. This pool, it balanced everything out really nice because we have a lot of the copper tiles. Now, watercolor definitely plays off of your tile, so it's something to think about. That's why we went with a bluer plaster on the interior of the pool, to still give it a really nice blue water, but be able to use the rusty color tile around the pool.
Yeah, because your watercolor, you know, goes off the back of your house. It goes off a lot of things. So we always suggest if you want that bright blue, the only way and the safest way to get that is to go with the bright blue finish.
And it gives it that really clean, refreshing, inviting look. And that's also this plaster that we used in
Again, what is this?
This is the Hydrazzo plaster. So it's that polished marble, glass, and plaster, and it gives it a really smooth, almost buttery smooth finish to the bottom of the pool. It's really nice on your feet, just really comfortable. You know, a big downfall to a pebble, which a lot of people use and is a great product, but it's rougher. And so, like, it'll pull on bathing suits, it'll rub on your feet. This plaster is a very smooth finish and still gives you strength and longevity that you get from the pebble.
So when people come over to visit and the first time they walk and they see this, some people are just in awe of how beautiful the pool is. And the first thing they do ask is who built the pool. You know, and then they ask other questions about the process it took for us to get it. You know, how long did it take us to build the pool? And then they ask about all the different textures, because when you go into other pools, it's a little rough on the bottom of your feet, and that's probably why we end up here last, because the bottom surface of the pool is so smooth and it's very, very comfortable on your feet, along with the travertine. And that's why I went to the travertine, because I have issues with my feet from rheumatoid arthritis, and I needed something that wasn't rough.
Yeah. But yeah, regarding the wall, again, we wanted kind of a classic look, and I got that with the stone on the wall. But Debbie wanted something a little bit more modern, just to kind of, like she said, to make it pop. And we've kind of got this modern and the classic look, and we think it's a really good match. I mean, when we were looking, you know, matching all these tiles in the showroom type of thing, it was great because Ben would help us, give us some recommendations. And then Danielle came and she gave her opinion. And it was just kind of several opinions, because you never quite trust yourself because you're going to be stuck with this tile for a long time. It's nice to get other opinions. And they had several, you know, other workers, employees from the business come in and give their opinion, and we really appreciated that.
I really like the way the tile turned out on this pool, because you had, just like the homeowners were talking about, you have this really classic travertine split face on the raised area here, and then you have a more modern glass tile on the spa, and it just kind of is a good balance of new and old, and ties it all together really nicely. Especially those rust colors in in that tile over there, it really just pulls everything together.
Yeah, your pool tile is totally different than everything else too. You know, you got the glass over there, then you got the split face here, and then you got the regular 6x6. Yep. And you know, a lot of times when you're putting that together on paper, you're like, yeah, it might be too much, it might not turn out well, but you know, this is a masterpiece. I really like it. You know, it's not too gaudy. It just goes together, it flows good, and that's what this whole pool does, is just flows. Just like that spillway, just a nice, smooth, relaxing flow.
I just fell in love with this. I love teal, I love the rust, and I knew it would look great with the, you know, with the pool and with the travertine, and I wanted it all around the edge of the pool too, to just give it some splash. And so Ben, we didn't have enough. They only had so many cases, and so they ordered more, and it came in, and we get the phone call from Ben, and he says, well, I got some bad news. And I went, oh. He said, it's the right dye lot, but it's a completely different color, but you might like it. So we went over there, and I immediately did not like the blue. I wanted this teal and greenish, you know, that gave you that pop. And so now it's calculating, do we have enough to do the spa? And we had just enough to do the spa. Well, now you have the pool tile underneath. I don't know what they call that, a ledge tile or waterline tile.
Waterline tile.
And it's now, what do you choose with that? The sample we kept picking, and I think we went through, what, 2 of them? What actually was delivered and what the sample looked like were 2 different things. And then Ben said, hey, let's make this easy. Just go in, look at all the tiles, you know, at where the main tile person is, and then let's go pick it up. And I decided, since I was the one picking it, instead of having them going back and forth, I took the drive to pick it up. I actually took the piece with me from the sample store and went to the tile store to match it up. And I went, hallelujah! Finally got one that matches. I had second thoughts about doing travertine, that we thought we might go to, you know, just doing the brick pavers. But then the cost, you know, was a little bit more money, but in the end, it just is more comfortable on your feet.
Right.
And it's actually, it's beautiful. And to me, if we had not done that, I think the pool would have a whole different look.
Right.
So, and actually, it was really Ben that convinced me to do the travertine.
Yep.
What's the colors of this travertine that we got here again?
Okay, so this is just this is an ivory travertine on the deck and a Noche travertine around the coping. That was just kind of to set off this edge. Because when you're looking for that like classic Roman feel too, you really want those curved corners, and this it makes them stand out.
Yeah, because if you would have just went with the ivory as coping, it would have blended. You wouldn't have seen all these curves. You wouldn't have seen the design. So again, that makes it flow with the spa. It's really nice.
Again, it just continued with that classic look that we wanted with the wall and the travertine and the coping, the darker colored coping to set off the lighter colored travertine. It just ended up, as you can see, to be a great mix.
Plus, we wanted a saltwater pool. It was really important to us. And, you know, and everyone else has their chlorine. And I know salt water, you know, it does produce chlorine, but it isn't that pungent chlorine smell, and it seems to keep it cleaner and clearer.
A couple other things we wanted to touch on today was a few things that Deb had said about her rheumatoid arthritis, was that the travertine was cool to touch and the Hydrazzo was nice and smooth as well. So that is really important if you have any medical issues, to keep those in mind, things that are tangible and that could bother you. And this is a lifetime, remember, that you're investing in. So it's really important. Other than that, she also was discussing with me that there's some medication that weakens her immune system. And as a mom as well, we're really big on the clarity of the pool and the chemicals and what can help out with that. So Bee's going to touch a little bit on what we did to make this pool especially friendly for weakened immune systems.
Yeah, so with the pool too, you know, thinking about all of the aspects, because it is something that's going to be here for a long time and you're hopefully going to use it all the time. So like the travertine being smoother, being cooler to the touch, also the Hydrazzo inside of the pool. And as far as treating pools chemical-wise, there's a lot that goes into that people don't usually think about. Chlorine, other chemicals, acids that we use in pools are harsh chemicals. They're really harsh chemicals. And so there are other filtration equipment that we can add to a pool to lessen the amount of chemical, the actual chemical we're using. So like on this pool, that's something that we did here. We use UV, which is UV light that kills bacteria, and ozone. Basically what it does in a scenario like this is you're gonna get the same cleaning effect and filtration effect with less chemicals. So for people who are sensitive to chemicals or sensitive skin or people with a lot of allergies, these are great products, and it's something that you want to talk to your pool builder about because they should be able to help you out, and you know, we like to think about things like that when we're building the pool.
Absolutely. Like he said, you know, as a mom, not even just talking about Deb, my son has severe allergies, and we have everything you can think of on the pool to make sure and ensure that there's going to be no sensitivity issues for when they go in the pool. And remember, again, like we had said 1,000 times, this is a lifetime investment. So really do your research, as the Watchowski said that they did lots and lots of, and make sure that you're getting everything that you want.
Yeah.
What makes a kitchen great? According to the National Kitchen and Bath Association, a kitchen that is designed well, works great, looks great, meets your needs, and it's got to be a kitchen from Murotech Cabinetry. Functional artwork for the gallery you call home.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
Buying or selling, home inspections are not only vital when buying, but selling a home too. They can save you money and speed up the sales process. For questions, call Dave Marvel, certified master inspector and educator at Peace of Mind Home Inspections, a veteran and family-owned company.
Smart home technology has come a long way. You can monitor your home from anywhere and create schedules to adjust lighting, temperature, and so much more. Today, all of this can be controlled with one easy-to-use app. For more information, contact Tempest Pro Services, the area's leading technology experts.
I want to show you my shower door. Professionally measured and installed with no hassles. No frame, mess, or worries. Pure, clean glass. My shower door. Awarded the best shower enclosure of the year by Glass Magazine. Want to see more?
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Something that people run into a lot down here is with Florida lots, there's not a whole lot of space on our lots. You have about enough room for a pool, and then with a nice lanai, by the time you have all these door walls and window walls, which is what a lot of these houses focus on, is to get you a natural light and view of the backyard, there's not really always a great place to put an outdoor kitchen if you wanted to. So with this one, we incorporated a section of comp roof, and this is composite material. It's fully insulated, and it's aluminum finish on both sides. And then you can also incorporate things like fan beams and things like that to make it feel more like a truss lanai. But to give that little area where they're going to build a nice outdoor kitchen and try to wrap around some sort of island area around the post here and just give it, you know, just take this whole area to the next level. It would be really nice.
Probably the biggest thing that B helped us out with was the comp roof. Because we had talked about how we wanted to do an outdoor kitchen eventually, but I really didn't want to do it within our enclosed patio area or lanai area. So he's the one that recommended, well, why don't you do a comp roof with a fan in the center?
Right. And eventually that will be our outdoor kitchen. We haven't quite gotten to that yet, but it'll come hopefully soon. But yeah, it just gives us a little extra area away from the covered lanai little bit of extra space to do an outdoor kitchen.
We took a lot of time. We did go to a lot of different pool companies, and Mike took his design and Mike kept tweaking the design. And when we went to other companies, we just didn't get the feel that we wanted, and it just. And some of them were a little more difficult to work with. They weren't real quick to respond to you. And believe it or not, we saw a Superior truck in the neighborhood. And so that's why we decided to do Superior. And then we found, the first time I walked into the office, I saw the University of Michigan sitting on the wall. And I knew that this was probably our place, because I'm a Michigan grad, and they're from Michigan. And I really just think Midwest people who live down here understand the Midwest thought process. And we had a lot of tweaking we had to do, because we ran into, you always, I don't care what pool company you go with, you're always going to run into some issues. But at least every time we had an issue, it was overcame with suggestions, and it turned into this beautiful pool.
Right. Our recommendations for building a pool, being again from Michigan up north, we really didn't have the knowledge base to really start. So I did a lot of research online. Debbie always says I over-research the heck out of everything. But you read a lot, read about the products, see what different companies are offering.
That's important.
Yep. Bring in a lot of pictures. Your design is critical, obviously. And once the pool is dug and the gunite goes in, and you can't change it. So be happy with the design, make your final decision. And again, just do your research and be ready.
As Mike said, check, 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 and recheck. And then dig. And that's exactly, what we did. And Superior was very patient with that too, and was very patient with Mike and all of his research.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, ask a ton of questions. If somebody doesn't want to answer your questions or give you the answers, look for another pool company. Yeah. Ben and Superior were, again, very, very helpful with that. They didn't pressure us into anything. We took our time, and it turned out to be a great result, as you can see.
We're just so appreciative for you giving us our oasis in our backyard that we get to love every day, and I'm so thankful that you made the process smooth and quicker than I ever thought it would happen. And I'm just so thankful. Thank you. I mean, absolutely.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Danielle,
too, for allowing us to.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
it. Was great.
Yeah.
And
the pool turned out awesome.
Yeah, it really did.
Go blue. Go blue.
Thanks so much for joining us on this outdoor living edition of Home Sweet Home. If you would like to watch this episode again or learn more about our experts, visit homesweethomefla.com.